Hello. Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Welcome to the thing.
Yeah, yeah, you're good.
Okay. Welcome to this thing.
Veggies, coffee,
Yeah,
Slavi.
coffee shop. Here's your. Hold on. I dropped your coffee. Oh, there you go. Oh, okay. Oh,
I
okay.
had coffee already.
Oh shit. Our first questions. We're gonna do maybe five or something. It's
Okay.
from metromindful.com. 36 questions to fall in love, Cam. We're gonna fall in love.
Oh my god. Yes.
Okay, wait, here's a good
I'm
one.
so excited.
What would constitute a perfect day for you?
Oh my god. Um, this is so like going to like a long walk on like a not a park, but like a lake. There needs to be some like water on the side that I can look at. I want to see like at least two water taxis. I want to see some industrial like pipes and metals and stuff. I want to see like metal
No, that's
somewhere.
nice. That's like a it's almost like contrast IRL.
Yeah, yeah, it's like over like an overpass or something like that.
The most natural thing with the least natural thing.
Yeah, like that's cool, right? We need to draw together like inside a building at some point. It could be a building that like we're allowed to be in or a building that we're not allowed to be in. That kind of thing's fun. Um,
On to our next
yes.
question.
On to the next question. Let's computer, raise the computer.
Oh yeah, bring the computer over. Let's do that. Oh, hello. If you could wake up tomorrow having gained any one quality or ability, what would it be?
Oh, invisibility. That'd be so cool.
And why is that? Why would you want to be invisible?
Because I could go into any building I want. I could go into any place I want without people like really caring. I could get onto airplanes. I could go anywhere.
That sounds nefarious to me.
I mean, I think invisible. I think any power at all comes off kind of like nefarious, right? You like because they're all abusable. Invisibility is super abusable.
But yours is more like you want to be invisible just so people don't perceive you.
Well, yeah, isn't that's like ideal? That's good. Then I could just draw. I could just draw and go anywhere I want. That's perfect. Yeah, that's good. I mean, drawings are fine. That's all I want people to see.
You're a little lone wolf, a little loner.
I'm all alone. I mean, I have friends. I have you, right?
Oh,
I'm not really a
guys,
lone wolf.
guys, he said it. Um,
Right. Yeah. He
uh,
said it.
oh wow. If you knew that in 1 year you would die suddenly, would you change anything
Hmm.
about the way you are now living?
Yes. I would go to a country I hadn't been to for a bit and make a game and then die in the other place that I've never been in.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely like want to make something. I'd make a big book or something like that. And plus, I'm dying, so I could use all the money I have to just print as many copies as possible and distribute. And also, I need to make sure that people know that I'm like dying, right? So that they know to spread it as much as possible.
So they give you sympathy points?
Yeah, I mean, come on, like, yeah, it's sympathy points where they take the book that I printed, they distribute it. I want it to go everywhere in the world so everyone reads it.
I feel like if I knew I was gonna die, that's when I would lock in. I'd be like, well, this is the ultimate test right here.
Exactly. I mean, what I just said is kind of like what I already want to do, but I'm doing it at a slower pace because I don't think I'm gonna die anytime soon, right? So
All I'm saying is May 3rd, 2026, bro. That's all I'm saying.
May 3rd, 2026. Okay. Okay.
Whoa, when did you last cry in front of another person?
And cry in front of another person. In front of another person. That's a very like good one. I think uh 4 months ago. I forget for what though, but like I think I did. I'm totally guessing. I honestly don't know. I'm thinking of times I did cry in front of someone, and I'm just kind of going
That's okay. That means
ballpark.
crying isn't it's something you gotta remember because you're so sensitive. You're so of yourself, you know.
So sensitive. I'm so sensitive.
Maybe yeah. Let's do two more because you know these are kind of juicy. These are a little bit juicy.
Yeah, no, these are good. I like these.
Um,
Let's see what you have.
let's see if I look at anything new. Complete the sentence. I wish I had someone with whom I could share dot dot dot.
Oh, I wish I could have someone who I can share my secrets with.
Ooh.
I mean, that's all anyone wants, right? To just be able to tell anyone anything.
Now spill all your secrets.
Let's see. Um, hmm. No.
Ready? This is a Caribbean meets Ghibli twist. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm taking this coffee to go. Take.
Walking questions, but how am I gonna look at my questions? Okay, well, I'll try.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm going to go to a place. Yeah, here. Here's good. Actually, here. Yeah. Let's go to the beach.
Okay, this next one is gonna be a little crazy because we're going to the rice
Okay.
purity test.
Rice purity. What is that?
You know, it's to see if you're pure of heart.
I am.
You ever played a game involving stripping?
Stripping? Stripping what?
You know,
No, no, I haven't. I seriously don't think I have. I haven't played GTA. I played Watch Dogs 2, but that game doesn't have like strippers in it.
have you ever kicked a roommate out to commit a sexual act?
No, no, I have not. No,
Would you?
no. Why not just invite them?
You ever used methamphetamine, crack cocaine, PCP, horse tranquilizers, or heroin?
Nope. Not. I don't think so. No, I
Well,
have like no real desire. I don't know why I would need to
well,
do.
imagine you were friends with a horse and they wanted to share some tranquilizers with you.
I'd like to share some tranquilizers with you, Cam. I don't know. I mean, I don't want any. I'll save some for you. Keep it for yourself.
Oh, thanks.
More for me. And then the horse, yeah. So yeah, I don't need the horse tranquilizers because I'm not a horse. So
Yeah, you're a little bacon bird. Have you ever joined the Mile High Club?
oh, the plane thing? No, I haven't. But like no, I do not want to join it. It sounds really uncomfortable, to be honest.
Have you ever had an STI?
Me? No, no, I haven't. Oh, clean.
Here's question 100. They saved the best for last. Are you ready?
Yeah,
Have you ever engaged in
no, I haven't. It
What about
sounds
your
really
horse
hard.
buddy?
Do I want to? No, I don't. Yeah, yeah. What about my horse friend? No, no, thanks. No, it just doesn't really seem that interesting.
Oh, you're shy. You're bashful about those answers. You want to be by the piano?
Yeah, I'll be by the piano.
Let's see, we have homemadegiftsmadeeasy.com. 108 animal trivia for kids and adults.
Yes, I'm ready.
A housefly hums in a specific musical key. Which key is it?
B
It's F.
F.
For
Okay.
fly, bro.
Is that what this is? Oh, okay. Right. Okay.
What's the word for the top of a turtle shell?
Um. Ooh, that's kind of cool. I know it's not roof. Um, top of a turtle shell.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hump, apex,
Oh, that sounds close. That's close.
peak,
It's a carapace.
Carapace. Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah. Do you care to piss?
No, and even if I did, I wouldn't use that word for it. It's a very like violent way of saying urination or pee.
You know, another easy animal trivia question for kids, okay?
Right.
Who is king of the jungle?
The lion.
You're right. You got one right.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
How many
Yes.
legs does an octopus have, Cam?
Eight.
Yes, you
Eight
did it.
legs.
You did it.
Yes. Yes.
You know what? Let me throw you for a loop. What is the smallest type of monkey?
Oh my God. Is it called like a bullet monkey or something? A chimp? Spider monkey, right? No. Kid monkey, baby monkey, Diddy Kong.
Oh, it's Diddy Kong.
No, you're
No,
joking.
it's Pygmy Marmoset.
Pygmy. Yeah. Right. The pygmy marmoset. I had that in my tool, but that was the next one I was gonna say.
Right. Okay, you know the last question we're gonna do a challenge question. Okay, this is a really challenging one. How can you
Okay.
tell which bee is the queen, Cam?
Um, the one who's the sweetest.
Wow, because all women are queens. Well, it's actually that it will have a longer thorax, but whatever.
Yeah, I always make sure to look at the thoraxes of bees that are around me. Yeah. I was gonna say, imagine that you're like in the backyard just examining bees and trying to figure out which one is the queen. But I guess people like get paid to do that kind of thing. Respect the craft, shut up.
All I'm saying is, guys, get ready for Bee Mall because the new character is gonna have a long thorax, and you're gonna be in the know about the queen.
Right. Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Wow.
Fine, yeah, we'll do it on dance. I'll do a dance version.
Okay. Mind if I put my drink down? Oh.
Ooh, salamander. This is a good.
Oh, salamander.
Salamander's good.
Weird questions to ask from Parade.com. 250 totally wacky and weird questions to ask people.
Wacky.
Hey, can you tell me about Wacky,
Wacky.
from not Copper Odyssey?
Oh, what, from Paper Mall? Yeah, Wacky was born in like a wall of I don't want to say flesh. I think it's just paper that looked like flesh, because Paper Mall. And she lived there for like 5, 6 years maybe, and she was raised by the three guardians that were in there. But once the girl, the girls came, they're kind of like college aged in my opinion. Once they came and were looking for a Halloween party, they took Wacky with them, and that was that. And now Wacky lives with those girls. So, yeah.
If bald people work in a restaurant, do they still need to wear a hairnet?
No, I don't think so.
I would be like
I never see that.
the particles.
They probably should, right? Like, I think everyone should wear like protection to some degree, but I think it's if you're bald or something, I think there's totally like kind of a discretion, like manager's discretion of like, okay, well, you don't have hair that'll fall out, so you don't have to wear. Okay, my actual answer is yes, but I do think it depends on the restaurant and how they manage it. I've seen a lot of bald chefs.
How many pennies do you think would fit in this room?
I'm gonna say at least like $500 worth. I'm gonna say $650 worth of pennies.
Wow, and rest in peace to all my pennies out there. They're not making them anymore.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Marvel Rivals penny. Yeah.
Listen to this nerd over here in the arcade talking about Penny Parker, bro.
Because of because of Marvel Rivals. Some Marvel Rivals. But yeah, I didn't know they actually stopped doing that. I know people were like threatening it for years. They're like, we're gonna stop making the penny, but then they kept making them anyway.
It's finally happening. Who's the fifth person on your missed calls?
Yep, someone from a scam caller from like Seneca. Yeah, so scam caller.
Well, that was our lucky winner.
That was our lucky winner! Yay! What do they win?
They win a full paid trip to the arcade.
Wow.
You would like that, wouldn't you?
I think that'd be pretty cool. I think for me, a special arcade trip would be one where like there's no one else in it. Like I want to go to an arcade with no other people in
I
it.
thought you were a guy that was all about the people in the arcade culture.
No, I like the concept of it, but me as a person, no. I like going to places that are like kind of quiet, isolated.
Which would be the nicest animal if they could talk?
Panda.
You think so?
Oh well, okay, maybe koala. I mean, I'm biased, right? Because I'm just gonna say the animal that I think is like the cutest and nicest. So panda.
You ever heard about drop bears?
Yeah, I've heard of that. That's like a myth, though, right? The Australian drop bear that they like. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think there's. Well, okay. I think they are kind of real, I'm sure, but not like I don't know. But yeah, drop bears are pretty dangerous. But I do like pandas. I think pandas would be nice and quiet. They're so cute. I like pandas. They're like perfect. They're like black and white too. I love black and white animals.
Oh, they're angels!
Yeah, I love black and white animals.
I would choose a beaver, because I think beavers are so cute.
Beaver. Beavers would be pretty nice. Yeah.
What's your most hated mode of transportation?
I can't imagine having fun in a helicopter. Like, if I was someone who's getting carried around in a helicopter, I feel like it'd get old after a while. But if I answer helicopter, then people are going to be like, oh, Cam rides around in a helicopter all day.
You have to be up in the sky to get your ideas.
But no, my least favorite for now is car.
Okay, here's a callback. Which superpower would you not want?
What I not want. Oh my god. Oh, I guess mind reading. Yeah, I wouldn't want mind reading. That's a bit much. That's like you're actively just taking in people's thoughts. Yeah, no way. I'm already overstimulated as is by a lot of stuff. I get overstimulated like looking at spaghetti. Imagine if I could like read people's minds. That'd be
And they're
rough.
thinking about spaghetti. Don't go to Italy.
Yeah, and then they're all thinking about like, oh, I love spaghetti. Because so many people love spaghetti, right? That's the thing. And then they're probably like thinking about like, oh, I really want spaghetti for dinner. And then I have to think about that and go like, well, I don't want spaghetti for dinner, but like I can't tell them that. So it's a whole mess of stuff.
It's all in the meatballs to me. I'm gonna be real. It's all in the meatball.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it?
Is your time truly wasted if you enjoy wasting it?
No, but I think it makes sense if I see it as a waste of time. Like I don't think if you're living, you know, and you're enjoying yourself, I don't think that's a waste of time at all. But I think I think I can have an opinion on if it was worth more or less of my time than something else I like actually need to be doing, you know? There's no need to like actually min max your whole entire life, right? Like I think that is kind of dangerous, but um you do kind of have to place some value on what you need or what you need to not do. And if you're doing stuff that you don't need to do, but you find it fun anyway, but you like really don't need to be doing it, then yeah, you should be able to admit to yourself, like, oh, I shouldn't have been really doing that. That was a waste. Did I tell you about the like the gamer? Oh, did you hear that horn?
I think we're just gonna move on to the Copper Odyssey
Okay.
fan questions.
Okay, yeah.
All these people live in the canvas, by the way. These are the canvas names. And this
Okay.
comes from Dog Zone.
Dogs.
How many hats can one possibly wear in a cam-related way?
In a cam-related way. Okay, here's the thing. And like in real life, I really don't like hats. I don't like wearing things on my head. I don't even wear like a headset. I don't wear headphones. I only like earbuds. The CEO of hats would just wear 12. 12. Because if you have 12 hats, you can make a clock. If you look at it from bird's eye view.
And you would know about that.
Oh, right, because I'm a bacon bird. Bacon bird. Yeah, I could have 12 hats. That's my limit.
Who? And this comes from Polymer Jesus, another resident of the canvas.
That's good.
Who was the
That's good.
first character you made, rather?
First character I made, Mr. Woodcut. Like just straight. Like okay, he wasn't Mr. Woodcut at the time, but he was like my version of a stick figure when I was growing up. Like I would just draw people shaped like Mr. Woodcut because in my brain I'm like, well, a stick figure doesn't show what direction they're facing, nor does it show like how thick they are. So I would pretty much just draw Mr. Woodcut, and that would indicate like which way they're facing, and it would show density of the body. So Mr. Woodcut is pretty much like the base human, in my opinion.
Oh, hello.
But yeah, I got slid off the railing. It's slippery. Oh no! You can keep this in an interview. I'm not
Oh, you're
embarrassed.
flying. This one is another resident of the canvas. Taxpayer.
Taxpayer. Awesome.
What type of paper does Cam use for their art?
Okay. So for like bigger drawings, bigger like wider drawings, like serious story drawings, like Tale of the Unicorn or Miranda the Fabric Knight or Cult Stitch, or you know, things like that. I use canvas. It just like raw, unprimed canvas is my favorite. You could roll it up. That's my favorite. But if we're talking about like comics, for example, the Mr. A comic, that was done on like this new sketchbook I got, and I'm becoming a sketchbook person for like some of the first times in my life. I went to a bookstore and there's like this nice sketchbook that has pretty good like watercolor paper, and that's been really good with the pen that I use. And right now I'm using a LAMY pen for the paper I'm using. But when I use canvases, I usually use Sharpie. Sharpie is usually my go-to for everything else. Otherwise, the new comic that I'm doing now, that's kind of unrelated to Copper Odyssey. That's all done on standard 8.5 by 11 copy paper.
And when will that be
So,
released?
yeah, that has to be released in like August or September. That one is kind of like for a fair, so they won't even let me. They won't let me release it until they have their event.
Say hello to the welder, because the welder is back with a question.
Ooh,
Okay.
Welder. Okay, hi Welder.
Steel Odyssey when?
Steel Odyssey when yeah, I'd have to think about it. I did welding for a tiny bit, but I'm super afraid that I would be very misinformed if I did I mean, okay, not that Copper Odyssey 1 was already like super printmaking informative in the first place, but everything from Copper Odyssey came from like some sort of actual knowledge about printmaking to me. I am not very informed on foundry and metal shop type stuff. And I think faking it would be yeah, I don't think faking it would be as fun. Yeah, it would be insincere, right? Like it wouldn't even be funny in like a fake way. It just wouldn't really be that interesting. It wouldn't be funny for me. It wouldn't be fun. It wouldn't be like that cool. Um, but I think the end result would be something entertaining.
What you're saying is, welder, fuck off.
No, I did not say I did not say that. I did not tell the welder to screw off.
You're gonna have to kind of dig in your brain banks for this one a little.
Okay.
And this is
Yeah,
from
no.
Baker. You know, shout out to Baker.
Baker. Hi Baker. That's cool. I like that.
Now,
What to think about.
what caused people like Bobbin to get, mutated? Is he born like that,
Oh,
or?
and so everyone who's like super colorful, they're based. Okay, you have to imagine the new world. Okay, if you look in the Way of the Canvas book, you'll see that an angel fell, and then in my brain they fell into like a big factory, and that's why the explosion was like so intense, right? And I imagine the color being like radiation, like Chernobyl. It's basically like the Chernobyl of the canvas, right? But
Oh.
instead of like killing a ton of people, it just made them like super colorful. And I think Bobbin would be an example of just a very mutated, radioactive, yeah, person. So
Wait, so Bobbin's like an Inhuman from Marvel.
I kind of, yeah. But Bobbin is just like a weird, yeah. He's kind of like he's an example of like just intense mutation. He's not harmful. All right, Bobbin is Bobbin. Like he's not harmful. But I think an old worlder would look at Bobbin and just go like, "Oh, poor soul," which I think is kind of what sparks the boxer and Bobbin dynamic. She's just kind of having fun with him.
That's cute. That's cute. So this is from Roach.
Roach, okay. Neither did I, but now I know. You learn something new every day.
Yeah, so they did a little bit of a typo. Does Monototter have any family, and do they like animal crackers?
Monitor family doesn't really matter to me. I'm sorry to say that, like, that's kind of my final answer. I don't know if they have family or not. Like, Monitor's the type of person that I probably wouldn't ask questions to. I don't know if you've met someone like that, where, like, they're living and you get the feeling that they don't really want to answer any questions like that. That's how I feel. I don't really want to know more about Monitor's
All up to
personal
fan
life.
speculation, guys. All up to fan spec.
Yeah, and I'm a fan also, so I have to speculate. Sorry, what was this? Oh, and would Monitor like animal crackers? Yeah, they're fine, but Celeste wants them more. You know, Monitor would probably give them to Celeste. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, Monitor would be fine with animal crackers. Monitor is a snacker.
Hey, so this one is from the Mason, okay? And if the canvas
Oh,
uses Jamaican
goodness.
dollars and has reggae music, do they also have Jamaican cuisine and Bigga pineapple soda?
Yes, they do. Maybe not the brand name, but the current. Okay, I base the currency of E, and I call it E, but I think in my brain it would stand for like earnings. But I based the currency off of Jamaican dollars just for my own sake. It's just more fun for me to have like $100, $200, that kind of thing. But yeah, I think every type of cuisine would exist in the canvas, but I just think it would be considered something kind of different, you know?
Well, who would eat pickled pig's feet?
Okay, okay. Who would eat pickled pig's feet? Probably like Moon, like one of Wacky's guardians, like Moon or something. Because in my brain they're like kind of UK coded. So, but I need to figure out how countries and stuff like that, or even what something like a country would be in the canvas.
Tyronia, or Terrania, or Tyrannia
Toronto.
says, "What's your favorite food to eat while it's raining outside?"
I think just like hot chocolate chip cookies. I think I've said this in like any other interview I've had, but chocolate chip cookie, I would want those in the rain. I'll take chocolate chip cookies any time of the day.
Here's a question everybody wants to know, Cam, and this one comes from Bill.
Bill. Bill. Bill on the canvas. Okay.
Who is
Okay, Bill.
the first monitor?
Who is the first monitor? Hmm. Honestly, that's not even a thing I'm trying to keep secret. I think if you read away the canvas, you can kind of piece together who he is, but he's meant to be like a collection of blood of the other monitors. So it's like blood from the first monitor that's kind of grown into its own person, and he just lives in the cage. As for like why it's like that, I don't know. I don't know.
From Crumb, do you have a favorite light bulb?
Crumb. Favorite light bulb, but the green lights in the library.
One last one, Cam. Their name is Jim, like
Jim.
GYM.
Oh. Oh, okay. I like that. That's
They
good.
ask, when will Maddie return?
I made okay, Maddie is from Die Mad for those who don't know. And I made that comic way too early. They'll return much later. I'll find a way to bring back the cow stuff because the cow is like really important in Copper Odyssey, but I haven't been able to find a place to bring them in. Like I have to remind, it's not random. Like it's not silly. There's like a lot of planning I have to do to bring some characters in, so I don't just want to put people in willy nilly. they usually show up when I don't expect them to.
Are we gonna be seeing willy nilly and then?
Willy nilly. See, that's a good idea. That's a cool character idea. Willy nilly. They'd probably be a New Worlder. They'd probably have like 3 guns.
Well, that concludes our questions. So, thank you for joining.
Oh yeah, no, it was good.